Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi, and today we are going to be fixing up another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and I'm hoping today's fix is actually going to be a really quick and really simple fix. Now recently you'll have seen me fix up the mutated version of Raphael. He had a leg that was broken and we used some Lego to fix him. Well, at the same time that I was given this by Sean, he also gave me this lovely Rocksteady, but Rocksteady has a minor issue with his arm, which means that he's a little bit awkward to pose, so that's what we're going to try and fix today. And as I say, I do believe it's going to be an incredibly quick fix to do if it works. So let's get straight on with this project and see what's wrong with Rocksteady and see how we can fix him. So here we have Rocksteady, and as I say, he's in really nice condition. He's just got one minor issue that makes him a bit awkward to sort of pose and transform, and that is the fact his left arm tends to sort of open up. The way these figures work is they transform from one mode to another, which I can do very quickly now. If we just take the gun out of his hand, you can split his body apart and various bits of him sort of pop in. So we pop his head in like that, and then he's got these arms that sort of twist around. So if I just lift this arm up, we can twist that little fist around and it locks in place. He's got things on his legs here as well which hide inside, so a little mine hides inside there, and a hand grenade on this side flips inside. But when we get to this left arm, it's really quite loose and doesn't want to stay shut. So in the sort of Rhino mode, it was pretty loose, and actually if I transform this around, it will still be incredibly loose in this mode, and it just doesn't want to stay shut. And I've had a look at the other arm, because the other arm works, and I think all that's happening is this top section here where the sort of sleeve is a little bit more pinched together. On this side it seems to be a little bit sort of splayed out, so there are little pips right on the end of that sleeve that should sort of grab the arm. So on this side, when you close it together, those little pips sort of grab the arm and it holds it closed. On this side, this arm is just a little bit too wide, so when you fold the arm up, there is nothing to grab onto the sort of the main inner part of it. And even if I rotate it around to the other fist, we get the same issue. It just doesn't want to sort of grab. So what we're going to try and do is slightly squeeze that together, but to make it stay in the correct position, we're going to warm it up in some just boiled water. So we'll put that part of the arm in just boiled water. It will soften the plastic a bit. I can then squeeze this together and then let it cool down, and hopefully when it's cooled down it will stay in the new position, which means that when we close this up, there'll be enough friction on those two little pips on either side that the arm will stay in place. So let's get some just boiled water and we'll see what we can do. So here we have some just boiled water, and I'm going to dip the end of this arm in the water and try and warm it up. It's a little bit awkward on this because he's got such a sort of bulky shape, but I think I should be able to get it in enough just to soften the plastic. So I'm just going to hold that there for about 30 seconds, warm the plastic up, and then we can reshape it. Okay, that should be enough. It should have softened enough that I can now squeeze this, and you can see how flexible it now is. So I'm going to squeeze it probably a bit more than it needs to be. We can actually do a little test and see. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm just going to leave it about there. We'll let that cool down, and then we can try the arm and see if it's actually going to stay in place. But you can see how soft the plastic gets and how quickly it gets to that position that you can reshape it, and that's all we need to do. So that has now had time to cool. You can see the plastic is now back to being solid, and we can check to see if this arm now actually holds in place. So I'll just click that in. We actually get the satisfying click as well. So that hand is no longer just going to fall open. Let's transform it as well. Do the same. Yeah, that is now much better. In fact, while I was waiting for that to cool, I've done this arm as well because it was a little bit loose. So this one now has a satisfying click to it as well. It really is that simple. Just some just boiled water, warm the plastic up and reshape it, and you can get this arm to click in place like it should have done originally. So there we go. That is it for this fix. As I said at the start, I was hoping this would be a really simple fix, and it was. Sometimes the plastic of old toys gets a bit sort of misshapen over time, and mechanisms like this that require the plastic to grip sometimes stop working. So just reshaping it in some just boiled water is all you need to do, and it's a very simple thing that you can do to fix up an old toy. This one now is very displayable but also very playable with again, which is great, and it means that I can now put this back on display here at toy-polloi. So I do need to say a massive thank you to Sean for very kindly sending these figures in. If you haven't already checked out the Raphael foot repair video, then do check that out. I'll put a link to that in the description and at the end of this video. And if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.